I am Speed's Speedy Guide Episode 2. We're starting in 10 seconds. Speed, are you ready? Yeah, I'm all set, boss. Good to go. Let's get this started. Let's get this done. 3, 2... Hey all, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my Speedy Guide for new users for L. No, Speed, that's too much. Cut it back. Cut it down. What? I'm just doing my intro, dude. Speed, let's do another take. It's too long. Shorten it. We're going for concise. Come on, dude, I just need to explain for a sec. Come on, dude, let's get on with it. Let's go.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Fine, we'll just get into it. So in this episode, we've had several new users join our guild Cubicles. If you haven't joined yet and you're new to the game, you should join us. We're having a great time. We have a few more spots for people. And we've had two big questions from a lot of the new users. One, where do I get summons? And then once I'm starting to work on the stuff I covered in episode 1, boxing club, arena, tunnel, what else do we do? What's next? So those are the two questions we're going to cover today. Okay, here we are back on the mini account. And the first question we got from a lot of our new users is, where are all the summons? And so the easy answer to that is along the left side. So you've got events, and each event will have a number of summons in it, where you can get daily Illyrium, and you can also sometimes earn points, or under your progress there will be summons. Now in this particular event there's not. Here's another one with Illyrium, and so you can get some summons from events. There's quite a few summons in the missions tab, especially once you get to 120 quests completed. You get 30 Illyrium, so it's a really nice reward that you want to work towards. So doing those missions is going to get you summons along the way. And then in the weekly quests, there aren't summons, but you can get gems, and gems are another way you can get summons. And sometimes, like your powerful tree shard is my reward this week, so you can get 40 pieces for that. So quests are good for getting gems and parts of summons. And then obviously your daily, your weekly. The weekly is actually kind of nice. You get 3 summons plus 10 Twilight shards. And then another one that some people forget about is under miscellaneous. There's an account linking reward which gets you 10 Illyrium. So we're gonna go ahead and link my account now so we can get those 10 Illyriums for today's summons. Our account is now linked, so we got those 10 extra Illyrium. And then of course you can go into the store where you can actually buy summons. I'm still not quite sure if we're going to be buying with this account. I'm very tempted to get the $2.99 pack. That's the best, probably the best pack I bought. It's got a lot of stuff in it, and it's $3. And it's got a Radiant Illyrium in it, which is a guaranteed Nat 5. So for $3 you get a Nat 5. You don't know which one, but so anyway, the challenge packs are another way to get additional summons that are relatively affordable. But if you don't have the money to spend, don't spend it. Just there are other ways to get free stuff. So in the story, I have now finished all the insane levels. So the summons are no longer listed, but every time you finish one of the story levels, you get another Illyrium. So we finished that, and then once you also finish 10 story stages on insane difficulty, you get another summon here. I believe that's a powerful, yeah. So it's a guaranteed Nat 4 or 5. So that's done. Then Lost Tunnel is a great source for summons. So you can see here, first time rewards are awesome. So you can get 2, 4, there's a lot of different summons you can get that way. We're still working on normal, so I still have a lot of summons to collect here. And once you get up to near the top, there's a Twilight, and this resets every month, so you can keep getting summons. And there's another thing you don't have access to right now, but once you unlock the heroic dungeons, then you can actually get Illyrium drops from the dungeons. It's not very many, Seems to be 1 or 2 for every 100 runs, so it's not much. But you can't get Elerium summons from the regular dungeon. And then there's one area of summons that I think a lot of people just don't think about. Now, it's more work, but I think it's totally worth it, and that's doing guild content. So there's Airship War, where you can attack the enemy airships and get guild points from that every time you win. And then at the end of the week, depending on how many airship battles you've done, this is our first Airship War, and we're already in Gold 1. So Gold 1, if you guys do well for the week, there's 120 Eleriums to be split amongst the guild members. And so in our other guild, Cube, I typically get 15 to 20 Elerium per week from Airship War. So that's really valuable. Survival simulation, if you're able to do 10 million damage, now this is a little bit down the road for most new players, but once you're able to do 10 million damage, then you will get 5 Elerium from that. So if you kill the Colossus along with your guild killing it, then your Elerium are transformed into exclusive Elerium, which gives you a better chance at some Nat 5s that you might really want. This Territory War, and we're actually doing our first Territory War, and we're killing it. We're up to 22 reactors, and the next one has 13. So, and Territory Wars, depending on your user contribution, then you can get a lot of gems and a lot of guild points. And guild points and gems can both be used to buy Elerium. So that's the one thing that really is bizarre to me is both in the Cube Guild and even in the Cubicles Guild, we have a couple people in each guild that don't do any of the guild content. And often we kick them out after a while because they're not helping the guild. They're not growing as fast as they should if they were doing guild content because they'd be getting more summons. And so if you really want summons, do your guild content. And so we're looking for people that like to do guild content. You can learn a lot of fun stuff in the game from it. So look us up, Cubicles, for our new players. And then the Cube Guild is also looking for some Territory War players, higher level people. So if you're in a guild where there's only like 3 or 4 people doing Territory Wars, over half our guild in Cube does Territory Wars. We're typically in the top 10, and we're looking for more players so that we can be even more competitive. Those are pretty much all the areas that you can get Elerium. If I left anything out that I should have mentioned, feel free to drop a comment in YouTube, and I'll make sure to add that in the next video. And so that brings us to the other question that some of our new users have been asking is like, okay, now that you've got boxing set up, you're doing your arena as much as you can, and you'll notice that my arena coins are not full, so it's about time to do arena again. And I'm allowing them to regenerate, so I always get free coins. But what do you do after you get boxing started, you get an arena started, and you're continuing to build up? Like right now, my boxing team is on B8, and we'll get to that. We'll probably talk about that in the next video. But what else can you do that doesn't take a lot of resources away from building your boxing team, building your arena team? And one of the easy answers on that is if you're in a lower level guild that's just starting Territory Wars, this is a great place to use the monsters you've already built to attack some of the really easy defenses that you're going to see at the low levels. And so let's take a look at, I've already got 75 points, and I still have 20 coins left, so I've only used 10 of my monsters so far. In order for your guild to get registered for Territory Wars, you need to have at least 30 defenses set up. So I set up a couple that actually have 3 monsters, but they're not well ruined. I'm like day 4 now. But I'm helping the guild out by setting up defenses so that we can actually get registered for Territory Wars. So you can see I did not spend a lot of resources on getting my Territory War offenses, and I use that term lightly, together. But you can just see real quick what I did. My only Nat 5 is the tree mercenary mom, and I just used her to take out this defense that was all 4-star monsters. And so she's only 5-star level 50. Gear is garbage. I'm not even going to show it. But She's able to solo because she's a pretty strong unit, actually. And then there is this other defense that was 3-star monsters, and all mine were 4-star, so it was a piece of cake to take this out. So I'm just using monsters that I've been using for like heavy metal. The Joker and the Fire Dancer are from heavy metal level 4. So these aren't units that I've spent any time investing in very little time. So you're just using whatever you already have built. And so you can see here, I just used part of my arena offense, and I will show you guys that team real quick, to kill off another really easy defense. And so didn't invest anything more than a few experience capsules to get those monsters higher level to make sure I'd win. And now I'm going to get a bunch of gems, and I'm going to get a bunch of guild points just for doing that. And that's going to allow me to grow even faster. Still boggles my mind that you see a lot of new players who are like, oh, I'm not going to spend any resources on getting ready for territory wars. Well, if you're in a lower level guild, it doesn't take many resources, and the rewards are really good. And so this is my current arena team. I did 6-star and max level my tree bookworm, who's on the best gear I have, which is not very good, but and then I used the fire sharpshooter, who's a fire speed lead, to speed up my booster, the fire you're rolling on. And then the water puppet is there to defense break if needed for my tree bookworm, but it typically doesn't. So it boosts up, she goes and does some CC, and then the tree bookworm kills it. If I wanted it to be faster, I'll have the tree worm go first. I generally will not spend any gems until I get over 3,000 gems. So 3,000 is my lower limit to make sure that I always have gems for farming. We're at 4,000 now. And so you can have the debate, is it worth 700 gems to get 10 Illyrium? Or is it worth 650 gems to get 1 Twilight Summons? I'm not after Twilights right now. I still have a lot of other regular element Nat 3s and Nat 4s I'd really like to get. That will probably be more useful than most of the LD3. So we're actually going to go for 10 Illyrium here. So we got 50 Illyrium. Let's see what we can get out of this. And we're at 61 out of 200 on Nat 5 Pity and 11 out of 12 on Nat 4. And we're still very low on Twilight because we haven't had very many of those. So let's see what we can get here. I've been farming a lot of wisps today. If we have too many wisps, we can just come in here. One of the missions, you're supposed to create a cartridge. So I'm just going to choose 4-star and hit autofill. Hit start. And now I've got 5 4-star cartridges to upgrade the star level of another monster. So, and that also clears out space. Okay, so we now have plenty of space. Let's see if we can get lucky and get. We're still missing the Tree Popo Rider, who I'm still thinking about using in my boxing club team. So I'd really like to get one of those. 3-star shouldn't be that hard to get. Here comes the lightning. Another tree bookworm. That's our 3rd one. So getting it from the event was unfortunately should have gone for the tree gunslinger if I'd known I was getting all these summons, but it's okay. Another water wisp catcher. Oh, that's bad IVs, so that's a skill up. Still not seen a tree Popo Rider yet. It's pretty amazing. Oh, that's a fabulous engineering robot. That's a 9 defense. Damage is based on defense. That's a really good get. That's a really nice unit. So it's a bomber, actually, and his bomb is actually really good. I think I may have seen a tree spider slip in there, which is really... Oh, and there he is. So yes, that's not new, so that's a dupe. Tree spider is amazing for Death Lab, which is one of the dungeons we want to work on shortly. Lightning. Another water wisp catcher. I'd like to get the tree one. The tree one is really good in tunnel. And there's our tree Popo Rider, so that's good. We might actually put her in our boxing club team. Comes another lightning. Fire Sky Police with 3 defense. Her damage is based on defense. It's a really good unit, so that's another good get. But what we're really hoping for soon is the Tree Gunslinger, which we don't have. He's really important for the Abyss content. We're not ready for it yet. And then we've got 1 Twilight. Dark Euryleon, he's not very good. He's got a couple of uses that he's really good at for preventing stuff from reviving, but it's not the best unit right now. Now we could potentially go for Powerful Illyrium, but I actually kind of like to save my Powerful Illyrium and exclusives for when my pity gets higher. So I'm only at 111 pity right now, which means my chance for a Nat 5 is only 0.61. So we're actually going to save our Powerful and exclusive until we get up around 200. And if we get a Nat 5 before that, great, but we don't want to just get 4 stars when we could save up and get 5 stars later. So not amazing summons, but pretty good, and that does get us so every time you do summons during the week, you get these Twilight pieces, it's always good to get Twilight pieces. And then one of our missions is also get a Disruptor. And then we'll continue doing our missions, get additional summons, and we're right back at it. We're working on our boxing club. We're on B8 right now, very stable. And we're working our way up towards B10. And once we do that, then we'll start on heavy metal. We're at 5 days played, and it's probably I'm starting to lose count now, but we're probably around 48 hours of actual play time. So that's where we are now. If you have any questions about being a new account or wondering what to do next, your best bet is to actually join us in cubicles. We still have some space. They'll probably fill up pretty quickly. And then after that, you can find us in Discord. There will be a link in the YouTube description. Those are the ways to get a hold of me. Until the next video, see ya.